guys, it's Kaitlin and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be discussing my college move-in experience. For the 2019 season, I was an incoming freshman. I'm going to be discussing my move-in experience for the 2019 season to help those incoming freshmen and just incoming college students to find out or expect what to happen for your fall 2020 admission. If you guys are not already, subscribe to my channel down below and turn on the post notifications to be notified every single time I upload, because I'm uploading a ton during July and August for back to school. Also, if you're not already, follow my Instagram because I'm doing a Q&A video soon, so if you guys want to ask me your questions and be featured in a video, go follow my Instagram and I will be posting a story in the near future. But yes, let's just get right into my experience of my freshman move-in. Okay, so before I moved in, and if you guys don't know, if you haven't been to my channel, I'm from a really small town. So going from a really small town to a really big city was a huge transition for me. So about 2 weeks before I moved in, I was just really it was starting to hit me that I was actually going to college. Actually, it didn't really hit me until these 2 weeks prior to move-in, where I was just like, wow, I'm actually moving to Boston. I'm going to college. And so I tried to appreciate all of the little things within my town. I knew that this next chapter of my life is a whole different chapter of my life, obviously. So during those 2 weeks, I definitely wanted to take the time to appreciate all of the little things within my town that I thought I would miss when going into college, and I actually did miss a lot of these things. August 24th, 2019 was the day that I moved into Emerson, and this was a Saturday. I moved in for the Student of Color pre-orientation. I remember this day quite well because it was a really hectic day for me. I remember packing the entire 2 days before I left. I left my house around 3 a.m. to get to Boston at around 8:30 a.m. 9 o'clock was the check-in time, and so I made sure we were early so I could move in a steady pace. I didn't have to rush or anything, wasn't as packed. I know definitely this year that schools are gonna have scheduled move-in times so that capacity, there aren't any over capacities. I got there around 8:30 to get into the parking queue to go into my building. So the first thing I did was check into the building. I was actually the first person in line. I don't know how that happened. And I remember seeing so many people that I actually are really good friends with now. I obviously didn't know who they were. If you guys have seen my move-in vlog, my friends and I, we always just reminisce on the photos that I took, because a lot of the people that I know now are in those photos that I didn't know back then. So after I checked in and everything, I went back to my car to start unloading all of my stuff that I packed for those entire 2 days. I had so much stuff. When you guys are packing, be sure to watch my other videos to see what you actually need to pack for college, because I definitely think I overpacked a little bit, and so you definitely want to take the time to realize what you are packing. There were a ton of students there that helped with orientation, that helped me move into my room, and so I had I think three students helped me unpack all of the stuff from my car. I lived on the 12th floor of my building, and so we packed all of my stuff into a cart. We went up the elevator. I had mainly suitcases, so I easily just rolled those on, but the cart I put my microwave and just stuff I couldn't easily pick up. I also remember getting into the elevator and seeing someone I knew from the Facebook group chat or the Instagram page, or on Instagram that someone followed me. I didn't know whether to say hi or not, but I just remember recognizing them and seeing so many people I had seen on social media, but it was really interesting to see them in person. So as I got onto my floor, I remember there was no one really there except for my RA, and I just remember my RA being so excited for me to be there, and introducing myself was really fun. But I was one of the only students there, because since I was there for Student of Color pre-orientation, the only people that were already moved in were the athletes, and so I was one of the only people to be on my floor, and so that was really nice. But I remember walking into my room and seeing my view of the Boston Common and just being absolutely speechless, and to look outside the window is just completely amazing. And I remember walking into my dorm and being oh my gosh, this is real, this is wow, what the heck. And so it took me about an hour to unpack all of my things. My parents and I were trying to move pretty quickly because My roommate Gabby, she was moving in like maybe an hour or 2 hours after I moved in. We unpacked my stuff quickly, so we let her be able to unpack her stuff when she got there. And so we were texting the entire time. We were coordinating times whether we were moving in, and I remember her texting me saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm here at the little building." I walk out of my room and I see her. I remember we were scheduling so many things about the room, and I had no idea who she was, and it's crazy to look back at how I am super good friends with her now, and before then, we had no idea who each other were. We gave each other the biggest hug. We were talking for a quite long time about living together, and yeah, we lived together for the entire freshman year. So after we met each other, I let her unpack all of her things and just get situated and settled into the room. My parents and I grabbed lunch quickly, and then we got orientation packets for the fall 2020 semester. Orientation is going to be extremely different, so I'm really curious to see what my school and other schools are doing for orientation. After Gabby got situated, this was the start of the student of color pre-orientation, and I think we just had one meeting. This meeting I remember so vividly, but I hardly talk about it. That first meeting, it was about like our RAs, our residence hall meeting or something. Gabby and I went together. Our parents left a couple hours before this, and we sat at a table. We were like one of the first people there. The next person to sit at the table actually became one of my best friends. I actually met people on my first day, on my move-in day, that are my best friends that I have at school. But we had that meeting, and I remember going back to the dorm. Gabby and I started decorating the room. I remember this moment was really wholesome because she and we had no idea who each other were, and so we basically told each other's life story from like the start to the present to August 2019 in that very moment, and we spent hours just talking about ourselves and talking about each other and getting to know each other, which was really wholesome and like almost surreal because, like I said earlier, I had no idea who she was before I left my hometown and before I graduated high school. Getting to know someone that you literally had no idea existed was just completely mind-blowing to me. That's still when it started to kick in that like, wow, I'm really at college. The day after this, I had orientation things, and this day was the day that my parents left. This moment was probably the absolute moment where I was just like, I'm living on my own. This is actually the moment. This is real. It really didn't really hit me. It didn't hit me till my parents actually left me to be on my own. So now I'm going to get in some of the tips I have for you guys for move-in. The fall 2020 move-in is ultimately going to be way different than mine was. Entire fall 2020 and spring 2021 are just going to be completely different than what I experienced during my freshman year, and I'm ready for the change, but it's also kind of intimidating to go into college when I have like a year under my belt, but everything just suddenly changes dramatically. This is one of the benefits of being a college freshman at the moment, is because this is your normal and this isn't my normal, so going into it is going to be completely different than what I experienced last year. Some of the tips I have for move-in 2020 include making a checklist before you pack everything into your car or into your luggage. Check things off as soon as you pack them so you don't forget a very valuable item, because I almost left my vlog camera. I wouldn't have been able to vlog for you guys if I left it. So make sure you check off things as you pack them into your car or into the suitcases before you go like on your flight. Before you leave, appreciate the little things within your hometown. The last couple of weeks, go do your favorite activities that you like doing in your town and appreciate the really little things that you've enjoyed the past couple of years that you think that you're going to miss in the next couple of months. I definitely remember during my freshman year when I would be walking down the city and enjoying and being present in the moment, but then I would look back to like my high school life and just my life in my hometown and thinking like, wow, I really miss this or I miss that. And so I'm always looking back on my hometown. Yeah, I'm also being present in the moment. So definitely appreciate the little things that your town has to offer. So for move-in especially, bring a hammer so you can hammer like your bed up. I didn't think I would need one until my RA came knocking on our door saying like, you have to sign out a hammer to like raise your bed. I luckily brought my own toolbox, so I had a hammer. If you don't bring a toolkit, it may be a while for you to get a tool to lift up your bed. When following instructions for move-in and orientation, always be early, be on time, give yourself that time to move in, and just, as I said before, be present in the moment, because you're only gonna move in once during freshman year, obviously. Take in that time and take in those moments since that's the only move-in you're going to have for freshman year. And the last tip I have for you guys is to coordinate with your roommate. They're going through the same thing that you are, and so definitely just coordinate times so you can give each other some time to be in the room, to do their things and to do your things. So coordinate with your roommate if you know who they are beforehand, so it's easier for you and your roommate to settle into a new environment. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below and click the bell to be notified every single time I upload. So be on the lookout for all of this content in the near future. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of this video. And yes, I will see you in the next one. Bye. It's just the drum blows, yeah. Walk around like who you, yeah. Just something you get used to, yeah.